What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we finished up Skull Woods and rescued the third maiden here in the Dark World. In this episode, well, we're actually going to go directly to the fourth temple and save the fourth maiden. That's right, no side quests or no messing around in between these two temples, so let's get to it. We're going to travel back to the Light World just because exiting the Lost Woods is a lot easier than exiting the Skull Woods. Plus, this will make getting to the entrance of the next temple just a little bit easier. Now, there will be a lot of side quests that we can take care of, once we finish the next temple. A few of them we could do now, but I feel like it's better if we just wait until, after we're done with this next temple. So in the last episode, we did make use of this hidden portal to the north of Kakariko Village, and we're going to make use of it again just because, well, we need to be in the Dark World, and we do need to go to the Dark World version of Kakariko, because that's where the temple is actually located. And it's just a lot easier if you do it that way rather than trying to, navigate in the Skull Woods and get all the way back to Kakariko. It's just way easier to do it the way that I did it, so trust me on that one, guys. Anyways, this next temple is really, really close. Like, trust me when I say this, because we're pretty much already there. Like, the entrance to the next temple is right on this weird gargoyle statue. So if we pull this, well, guess what? We can break the gate right off and go inside. So this is Thieves Town. Well, like, the entire area is called Thieves Town, but on the Game Boy port, they actually named this temple Thieves Town, although I think on the official NES version they called it like Gargoyle's Domain or something like that, but whatever. We got ourselves the map, and that would probably be very useful to first-time players of this area because this entire first section is kind of like a maze, but I already know where I'm going, so I should have no problem navigating this. And aw man, I got turned into a bunny. Yeah, those weird yellow enemies that sparkle like to hide out underneath the bridges and turn you into a bunny when you least expect it. Thank goodness it doesn't do any damage, it just sort of inconveniences you for a couple of moments. Right over here though, we got ourselves a compass. So already we got the map, now we got the compass, but wait guys, there's more. Guess what? In this chest, we got ourselves the big key. So, yeah, within the first, 4 or 5 rooms of this temple, they give us almost all the main collectibles. Like, really all that's left is the item from the temple, and we'll get that very, very soon. But it's kind of crazy how you can get all those things in such a short amount of time. And now, really, the rest of the temple is pretty straightforward. Like, once you find those key items, the rest becomes a lot easier. So we're going to use the big key to open up this door, and that is technically the boss door. Like, right through that doorway would be the boss arena, but there's nothing in there right now, and it is kind of dark and spooky, so we're not going to go in there just yet. We need to actually shine some light into that room, and I'll show you guys what I mean once we get to it. So for now, let's just try and, avoid all those guys. We don't even need to fight them. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I tend to, think that I need to fight every single enemy when 9 times out of 10, that is not the case. Like, unless the door is lock you in, you probably can just walk right through the room and ignore pretty much everything. Doesn't really matter, though, because, yes, there is an anti-fairy in this room, so if we grab our magic powder, we might be able to snipe this. There we go, and refill all of our hearts just like that. Alright, so real quick, we're going to grab this key, and then, let's get rid of that guy. The smart thing to do in this room is take out your bombs and place the bomb next to the switch, then stand over here. Wait a couple of seconds, that bomb will switch it. That way the red blocks are now up, and you can avoid taking any damage by those blade traps. And you want the blue switches to be down because right over here there's a switch that we need to press to unlock that door. And, you know what, we're just going to dash through these 2 hallways and ignore these weird grasshopper enemies. I'm not even sure what they are. They look kind of like grasshoppers, but we're going to try and take them out now just because they did 2 hearts of damage. And now on my sword laser, so I'm kind of pissed. But whatever, we'll deal with it. Can you just, die, please? Thank you very much. And can I get those rupees? No, I can't. Whatever. inside this chest. So we got ourselves some bombs, and you might be wondering, why do we need bombs? Well, as you can see, there is some light sort of appearing above those cracks. So if we toss a bomb, we can break it open, and now the light will shine down into the room directly below this one. And guess what? That's the boss arena room that I was talking about before. So now there is light in that room. There's still no boss in that room, but I mean, hey, is that really a bad thing? I mean, if we don't have to fight a boss, well, hey, I'm not going to complain about that. Anyways, we're pretty much cruising through this temple now. Like, there's only 2 more things that we need to do, one of which is getting the item from this temple, which we're going to do right now. But first, let's see if we can't snipe this anti-fairy. There we go. Perfect. Back up to full HP once again. Hopefully, we can keep it that way. But I'm not going to hold my breath because there's still quite a few things in this temple that could pose a problem for us. Especially that room. Like, if you're not careful, it'll just, like, toss you down the center of that room. So, yeah, make sure you're paying attention. Also, yeah, we can lift up that giant block, which is good for us because, well, we're getting very, very close to the end of this temple. So let me get rid of this guy real quick just so he's not a problem later on, because we will be coming back through this room very briefly. And we're going to head off to the right because, well, it just so happens that the Thieves' Town has sort of a mini dungeon. And I don't mean dungeon in like the word temple dungeon. I mean dungeon as in this is where you store prisoners type of dungeon. So we can just go through all these doors without small keys, which is really awesome. And hey, check it out. It's a girl. In fact, that might even be the maiden. Also, there's a small key, so that's pretty important too. But hey, it's the maiden. Let's talk to her. Oh, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. Huh. Well, look at that. We found the maiden. I guess, really, there is no boss to this temple. But we're not done quite yet. We still have to go and get the item from this temple. Thankfully, it's pretty close by, so if we dash right over here and head into this room, be very quick about it. So grab your hammer. Don't waste any time doing this, and you'll see why in a second. But just open up the chest and get yourself the Titan Mitt. So now we can lift the heaviest stones that were once impossible to budge. And yeah, get out very quickly because the floor does start to sort of fade away. And that's why I said be quick about it. Now that we got that though, yeah, we're pretty much done with this temple. Like, we got all the major collectibles, we got the item from the temple, and we rescued the maiden. So let's get out of here. Although, honestly, I kind of want to stop in and take a look at the boss room now that we, you know, put some nice sunlight into that room. It probably looks really, really nice. So what do you say we take the girl with us? Maybe it'll be like our first date or something. Who knows? So, what do you think? It's pretty nice, huh? Oh no, that evil music! Gah! Too bright! And, yeah, it turns out it was all just a ruse. The girl was a fake, and in fact, it was the boss the whole time. So, this is Blind. We actually heard about Blind when we were in the Light World version of Kakariko, because someone there, sort of told us about it. He's like a legendary thief or whatever. And this is him, so we're gonna fight him. The fight's pretty sporadic. Really, all you want to do is try and slash at him with your sword, and then if you hit him 3 times, his head will pop off and start flying around the room, shooting fireballs at you. And then he sort of clones himself, and you pretty much just have to rinse and repeat the same thing. And now 2 heads are flying around, because 2 heads are better than 1. So now the fight becomes really hectic because it's almost impossible to dodge everything. But I think if we can hit him 1 more time, we might be done. But actually, I'm getting really close to dying. So let's grab that life potion and drink that up. That way we're safe. Although I do have fairies, but I'd rather not use them if I don't have to. Oh my gosh, dude, can you please just let me hit you? There we go. Finally. That fight could have gone a little bit better, but I'm still pretty happy with that. So there we go, another heart container, and check it out, here's the real maiden. So, another temple down. Not bad, guys, not bad at all. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the wise men sealed the way to the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Surely you can destroy Ganon. You understand? I do. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. You know, I'm not really sure how that's ironic. Honestly, I think it's more destiny than anything else. Alright, so, you know, we got a little bit of time left, so there is one last thing that I would like to take care of. Now that we have our Titan Mitts, let's come down here, and we're gonna find this frog who's just hopping about. So, what do you say we chat him up real quick? Ribbit, Ribbit, your body did not change. You are not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner is doing there without me. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Please take me to my partner. Please, Ribbit, please. Alright, so this frog is going to join us, and we need to take him back to his partner. It's really kind of sad because if you look at his sprite, there's like one blue pixel below his eyes, and it looks like he's crying, so I feel kind of bad for this frog. Now that we have our Titan Mitts, though, we can lift up these giant boulders and, go right up here to this old broken down house, but it's really no good here in the Dark World, so let's grab our mirror and go back to the Light World. That way, the frog can come with us and check it out. It's actually a dwarf, and if we go inside this house, we're gonna find his brother. Oh, happy days are here again. You found my partner. We are very happy now. At least I think they're brothers. I'm not sure. Drop by here again. At that time, we will temper your sword perfectly. Well, that sounds pretty good to me, so they're gonna stand there all happy and stuff. We're just gonna leave and immediately go right back in their shack because we want to temper our sword. So what's going on, guys? Hey, you, welcome! Ask us to do anything, temper my sword then. I'll give you a big discount, sword temper 10 rupees, sounds good to me. Tempered, are you sure? I am. Alright, no problem, I'll have to keep your sword for a while. Well, that shouldn't be that big of a deal, because now, guess what? We don't have a sword, but we can use our fist to just punch everything. That's right, so that's how we're going to take on the rest of the game, guys. No, I'm just joking. We can't do that. So I think the time it takes them to temper your sword is based on how many screens you walk away. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk away like 2 or 3 screens and come back, and hopefully by then they should be done with the sword. So I'll see you guys in a quick second. Alright, so I'm back, and they should be done with the sword by now, so let's pop inside and check up on them. Your sword is tempered up, now hold it! Well, alright, check it out, we got our fancy orange sword! Great, your sword is stronger, you can feel the sheer power flowing through your body. That's right, my body is ready. So now our sword does more damage, and I think our sword lasers might have a larger radius. Not entirely sure on that. Anyways, though, I think that's a good place to end off this video, so if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.